For example 1, adding polynomials. It says add the polynomials and then write each polynomial in standard form. So if you notice, there's a plus sign in between both of the polynomials, and you're just adding like terms starting with the biggest exponent. And so for this one here, I see that my biggest exponent is x squared. So if I add those together, we get 5. Then we have 5x and 6x, and those add to be 11x. And then we see, do we have a constant? And we do. It's negative 4 and 8. And those can combine to be 4. In letter B, again, we're looking for like terms with our highest exponent. So I have a 3, and I have no other 3's. So I'm just going to bring that straight down. And then I want to go in descending order, so I'm looking for exponent of 2. And so that would be this one. So I have minus 5x squared. So I've used those. Then after 2, I need an exponent of 1. And I have 2 of those. A positive 1x and a positive 2x to make 3x. And then lastly, I have my constants, 9 and 12. And those add to be 21. Then we also have subtracting polynomials. So here, you can see that there's a negative or a minus sign in between them. That's like having a negative 1. And then you distribute that negative to every term after it. So let's kind of zoom this in just a little bit here. So for the first set of terms, we just rewrite those the way they are. For the second part, we are going to say negative 1 times each one of these terms. And if you multiply by a negative, you just change the signs. And so I go through and I go, oh, I have an exponent of 3, and I have another one. So both of these combined would be a negative 6x to the third. Then I would look for 2, exponent of 2. So I have this one and this one. And negative 3 minus 5 is negative 8. Then I want to go 3, 2, 1. So here 5x has an exponent of 1. And then lastly, my number or my constant, and that would just be 12 in this case. Okay, lastly for part B, again we have a minus sign. So it's like distributing a negative to all of these, which changes your sign. So the first set of parentheses stays the same. And the second set changes. So this becomes a negative x to the third, a positive 2x, and a negative 11. So I start with my biggest exponent. So I have a 2, a 3. So 3 is obviously bigger. So I'm going to go with negative x to the third first. And then x squared. And then I have negative 4x and positive 2x to make negative 2x. And then lastly, my constants are positive 9 and negative 11, and that makes negative 2.